In the previous class, what we have discussed, I have shown you the upstream, downstream, everything, right? Now in today's class, let us set up a Sonar Cube. Now let me go to instances. So if you see, Jenkins was already running. Now let me create a new server. I will install Sonar Cube now. So I already provided the steps in the notes. You need to just blindly copy paste and install the Sonar Cube. So from where I got it from official website, and I followed some articles there. From there I collected the steps. But in reality, you are not going to install in your company. Okay, everything will be set up in the company. But you are learning DevOps. That's the reason I'm showing everything. But in the interview, they will tell, okay, did you set up Sonar Cube, or you just simply followed already set up. You need to tell, no, I have got an opportunity to set up. I have done the setup. You need to tell in the interview like that. Then after, you will ask how you have set up, what are the steps you have followed. Then you need to explain this installation steps. When you can able to install, when you can able to explain, if you do the practice too many times. So that's the reason I'm telling, what are the questions they are going to ask, you need to prepare. So for that, you need to write a points in your paper, and you need to practice in front of mirror. Then only you can able to get a job, because there is a too much of competition. If you see in the market, so many people are there, so many people are looking for proxies, so many people are doing some. You need to be strong, then you need to be strong. How you will be strong? You need to prepare. No one will prepare for the interview. If you prepare, you will crack a job in 1 or 2 interviews. Preparing is not enough, you need to perform well. Everyone will prepare, but you need to perform in front of the interviewer. So first will be, let us focus on installation first. Let me close this. I will close. Now this is new server. First will be update the packages. Then after, I need to install unzip. Then after, I need to install Java, because as I said, Sonar Cube was developed in Java. Without Java, Sonar Cube will not work. That's the reason we need to install Java. And Sonar Cube, we need a database as well. So for that, we are using Postgres. You can use MySQL or Postgres. So I am choosing Postgres. Compared to MySQL, Postgres will be better, and I'm going to show you the configuration files as well. You no need to worry. So you need to be carefully you need to execute the commands. So I have collected step by step. You need to copy. What I did here, I downloaded a key, because with key Postgres going to install. So then after, I have downloaded the Postgres related information, and I have added it to the app sources.list. How we have done for Jenkins, same thing we have done for Postgres as well. Then after, I have enabled the Postgres. Then after, I need to start the Postgres. So whenever you install Postgres, Whenever you install Jenkins, you will get a Jenkins user. In the same way, for Postgres, you will get a Postgres user. You need to set a password for that Postgres user. Let me give the same name. Let me give the Postgres as a password. Postgres. Postgres. You can give any name. I'm just giving the same name because if I forget, it will create a problem. Then after, you can log into Postgres user. Then after, what is the password I have given? Postgres. So now if you see, I am converted to the Postgres user. So here you need to create a user called a Sonar. Because how Postgres will know Sonar Cube, I need to connect with Sonar Cube. That's the reason we are creating a user. We need to tell the information. So if you enter PSQL, Postgres terminal will start. Here you need to execute some commands. You no need to understand these all things. You need to know the steps how to install. As a DevOps engineer, you need to know the steps how to install. You no need to know the terms why we are doing this. This is the database admins will do. Right, then after you need to download the Sonar Cube. Then after, now you know why I have downloaded why I have installed unzip, because I need to unzip the file. Unzip software is not present in my server. That's the reason first I have installed unzip. So I have unzipped and I have stored in optional directory. Then after, let me copy this. OPT Sonar Cube. Let me give you a password called as Sonar Cube. Alt tab. You need to change the ownership. Then after, you need to edit this file. Inside this file, you need to configure the details of Postgres inside the Sonar Cube. So what is the JDBC username? If you remember, inside the Postgres we have created a user. Which user created? We are created a user called as Sonar. So now let me go to JDBC, insert. Now let me give the username as Sonar. Password. Then after, you can see you can use the Oracle, or you can use Postgres SQL, or you can use SQL Server. It's your option. But what we are using a Postgres SQL. You need to remove the comment and you need to add this. But before, the installation was very easy. but now the installation part was become difficult. Then after Java additional option, so here web.java additional options, here you need to view that. So that's it. You need to come out, Control X, Y, enter, Alt tab. Then you need to add a file and you need to copy this. Control X, Y, enter. Then after you need to enable the sonar. Then you need to start the sonar. And you can see the status as well. So if you see active and running. So if you see in the backend it will use Java. Now let me go to, just remember SonarQube will run on 9000 port. Jenkins run on 8080 port, SonarQube will run on 9000 port. In the interview they will definitely ask which port SonarQube will run. Go to instances, copy, let me paste here. $9,000. What is the password? Admin will be the password. So if you see username will be admin, default password will be admin. Let me give that admin. So you need to give a new password. Whatever password you want you can give. Right, your SonarQube was ready. So after installing you need to generate a token. How you will generate a token? Just go here, administrators, go to users, you can see here tokens. Now at present tokens was 0. Just click on here, add token name. You can give any name. I am just giving name as Jenkins. Just click on generate. Just copy this token, copy to clipboard, just click on down. Now let me add here. So this, using this token we will configure to Jenkins. So this token will be act as a password for this SonarQube. So then after let's configure SonarQube with Jenkins. So what you need to do, you need to go to Jenkins, manage Jenkins, you need to download the SonarQube plugin. Then after what you need to do I will show you. Go to dashboard, manage Jenkins, plugins, available plugins, search SonarQube. So if you see Sonar Cube Scanner, so this plugin allows an easy integration of Sonar Cube. Right? How to integrate Sonar Cube with Jenkins? You need to first install this plugin. This plugin will help us to integrate Sonar Cube Scanner. So after installing plugin, where you need to go? You need to configure manage Jenkins. Just go to system, so if you see add Sonar Cube, you need to give the Sonar Cube URL, name and token. Let me manage. So you need to go to manage Jenkins, you need to go to system. Add Sonar Cube. So try to give a name. So inside the code what I have given a name called as Sonar Latest. Let me give the same name here, because the code will fail if not. So you to give the same name. Name will be Sonar Latest. What is the URL? You need to give the server URL, and you need to just a moment. Let me click on save. Let me go to manage Jenkins, system. Sometimes it will not option. So if you see now it is showing. అప్పుడప్పుడు stuck అయితే you just click on save and go back again. Here I need to give the secret text. What is the secret? What are the token you have generated, right? You need to copy this. This is like a password for your Jenkins will log into the Sonar Cube using this password. ID will be, let me give Sonar. So just add, just select that Sonar, just click on save. So if you go to refer here, this is the official website where it will show how to configure the Sonar Cube. So if you see, this is the basic syntax to configure Sonar Cube. MVN clean package sonar. If you give like this, then Sonar Cube will test the code. Same thing I have added here. There is no any rocket science. If you see pipeline agent, any tools you will know, option you will know, trigger you will know, parameter you know, stage you know, stage you know, stage you know. Then after what I did, I have just added with Sonar Cube, Sonar Latest, MVN, Sonar. Here I have just param.goal, nothing but it will go and choose the parameters. So I am calling the parameter here, that's it. If you see here, see the code with Sonar Cube, MVN clean package. But I didn't given the clean package directly because I have used parameter. That's the reason I am calling parameter here. So that's it. Now let me copy this. Let me create a new item. Sonar pipeline project. Okay. Save. I'm gonna click on build now. So if you see Sonar Cube environment, so Sonar Cube will test. Okay, now I am running separate project. If you observe, I am running OpenMRS. OpenMRS is also a one medical project, which is an open source project. So if you see SonarCube analysis for OpenMRS. So now let me show you the code. This is the new project. I am trying to cover many things. So I show you Spring Boot Clinic. I have shown you Game of Life. I am now showing you the OpenMRS. So if you see medical record system, if they ask you what is the domain of your project, you can tell medical related project, or you can tell website. So you can tell the petroleum related project. You can tell anything. You need to tell it like confidently. How many people are there? You can tell 4 or 5 members. Anyway, I'm going to discuss what is the role and responsibilities, what is the team size, everything we are going to discuss during a session called as introduce yourself, and there will be some roles and responsibilities, day-to-day activities like that. There will be separate classes let us conduct. When after completing the Jenkins, after completing projects, I will tell. So you need to note down, you need to keep a notes, and you need to note down the points. So it is taking a lot of time. OpenMRS. Let me pause. So if you see, you have seen the what is the domain you are using, what is the domain of your project. So I have shown you the medical project, right? Then after I have shown you the next, I will show you the insurance as well, insurance related project. So like this, there will be different domains. In the interview, you need to tell, if they ask you, you need to tell this is the domain I am working on, this is my project. And if they ask the team size, this is my team size, this many DevOps engineers are there. So these things, this is a theoretical part we are going to discuss. Just as I said, my sessions will be like web series. I will reveal some things before the class itself. Why it is taking too much of time? Because if you see, SonarCube was going to check the code. So if you see quality profile, SonarWay. So SonarCube is testing the code, whatever the code written by the developer, it is correct or not. If you do it manually, it will create a lot of time. But now tool is helping us to do checks. After completing the check, you will get the information related to the project here in SonarCube. You can check. So I am going to show, no need to worry, let it complete. let me pause. So if you see, build was getting success. Okay. So if it is successful, I will show you the SonarQube dashboard, everything. Then after I will try some other project, which is Spring Pet Clinic or Game of Life, and I will show you the checks whichever done by SonarQube. Then after we can close. So if you see, test report fails for found error. So if you see, if I click on this, so this is the analysis report, SonarQube. Now let me come back. Let me go to this SonarQube home page. Can you able to identify bugs? 156 bugs. Coverage 0%. 156 bugs are present in this OpenMRS project. Who will solve that bugs? Developer will fix that bugs. That's the reason job got failed. Like this, in real time project tests will be done. ఇక్కడ కవరేజ్ అనేది 80% ఉంటే you need to proceed. If it is not 80%, you need to notify to the developer. How you will notify? You can configure the email alerts. Then automatically email will go to the team and they will check, and they will go to the dashboard and they will check, okay, there is 156 bugs are present, so accordingly they will work on that. So if you see overall code, 156 bugs, they will go to the bug and they will check. So if you see, null pointer exception, yes, depends upon the company, what are the alerts they have kept, then directly they will get a notification. And sometimes you need to tell the manually as well to the developer. He will be available in the Teams chat, right? You can directly text him. Yeah, you can text him, hey, my build got failed, just check it out. So these errors you cannot able to know. Return value of size must be used. So he is under hint istunnadu, insert a doc type declaration before this HTML tag. HTML tag ముందు ఈ doc type అనే declaration ఇవ్వు అని, అంటే కోడ్లో సింటాక్స్ ఎర్రర్స్ కూడా చెక్ చేస్తున్నాడు. సో డూ యూ గెటింగ్ మై పాయింట్? అర్థమవుతుంది కదా. సోనార్కి వల్ల అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఏంటంటే ఆ కోడ్లో ఏమైనా సింటాక్స్ ఎర్రర్స్ ఉన్నా, ఏమైనా పెట్టాలన్నా హింట్ కూడా ఇస్తుంది, ఎక్కడ తప్పు చేసావు అని హింట్ కూడా ఇస్తుంది. So shall we try to run some other project? This is failed because there is a issue with the code. So shall we create some other project? New project. Now let me click on SPC project, pipeline. Okay. Now let me go to the nodes. Now I will run the Spring Pet Clinic. Let me copy. You know how to read the pipeline. I will not repeat. Do you know the skeleton? What is the skeleton of pipeline? Skeleton will be pipeline, agent, then after you will be having stages. Inside the stages you will be having stage. That is the skeleton. In the interview if they ask, try to write a pipeline script You need to just get the skeleton, just write the skeleton, then after you can add options. Now let me click on build now. So it will also will take some time, I think. So it is also showing failure. Pet clinic. So ఇక్కడ coverage you can see 0%. Like this you will do the test for the code. So if you are working on multiple project, you will get the multiple repos. So coverage will be 80%, then only job will be succeeded. If it is not 80%, job will automatically fail. So now who will solve that issue? Developer will need to solve that issue. So shall we try with game of life? Let me take the So whenever you create any parameter type project, first it will give the build now option. Next time parameter will be enabled. ఫస్ట్ రన్ చేసేటప్పుడు బిల్డ్ నౌ వచ్చింది, దాని తర్వాత పారామీటర్ అనేది ఎనేబుల్ అయ్యిద్ది. సో లెట్ ఇట్ రన్. Okay, syntax error, something we have done the mistake in the code. Open bracket, open bracket. There is a no close bracket for this. So it will automatically fail. I need to add this skip test. So if you see, it is success. Now let me go to the report. Let me reload this. Game of life. So in this also you will be having 11 bugs. That is very less. Here 156. So now you are getting right how to check the code quality. So this is the dashboard. So like this, in the real time you will check the code quality. Then developer will check the code and he will update the code until the bug should be solved. This bug should not there. Bugs, or is there any? He will check. It is not your job. You need to just notify. That's it. So like this you are going to do.